What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Avarice podcast. Another movie commentary. We have reached the end, my brothers. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Tonight will be the final installment in the Child's Play franchise, Cult of Chucky, which I think is from like 2017. I'll have to double check that, but it's not that old. You may or may not have listened to the previous commentaries that I've done on the franchise, but this is the last one. I've done every single movie up till now. Of course, there's going to be a remake released this summer in theaters. I'll probably go see it. I might wait till it comes out on digital, but nevertheless, when it's available for me to watch at home, I'll do a commentary on it. I'll do a review on it at some point. But for the time being, this is going to be the end of Child's Play for me in a podcast, YouTube video sense. Well, actually, I still have a couple of review videos to do, but I'm not going to have to watch any more of the movies. That's a little bit bittersweet because I didn't start liking them until the deeper into the franchise. I'm not particularly fond of 1. 2's a little better. 3's really bad. Those are the Child's Play movies. Bride of Chucky is, I think, an improvement. I think Bride of Chucky, up till that point, is the best one in the franchise. It has its flaws. It's not perfect, but hardly any movies are. But it was the best use of Chucky. They had finally found their identity. They knew who their audience was. They knew how to push the right buttons. It was all done a lot better than the previous ones, but it was also a little bit tired at the same time. Then we go to Seed of Chucky, which is the worst movie in the franchise, I think. It's really bad. Like, it was almost unwatchable for me. And at that point, I was getting pretty jaded because I was like, okay, I'm 5 movies deep. They've managed to come up with one that is watchable, in my opinion, and I just don't know why I'm subjecting myself to this. But I had made the commitment, and it would have felt very weird to leave it undone, to know that there was more out there that I didn't complete. So I decided that I would still go ahead and finish, and to my surprise, Curse of Chucky was actually really good. I couldn't believe it myself. I was watching it and I was going, damn, I'm actually like interested in the storyline of this movie. They're doing a really good job. It was shot well. It was well acted. Brad Dourif's daughter is in it. Brad Dourif is actually in it in the flesh, as opposed to just being the voice of Chucky. They worked in some backstory and tried to connect some dots in a very interesting way. I really, really liked it. They did a couple of goofy things with Chucky that were bullshit, like the scene where he's in the car and he's revving the engine, but looking over the steering wheel at the same time somehow when he's 2 feet tall. The physics of that don't work. He couldn't reach both at the same time. A couple of dumb things like that. It's the swallowing of the car key. There's no way he could have done that. But for the most part, they really stayed true to the capabilities of Chucky and had a good story that was well acted. It didn't get too mired in the details. It wasn't confusing to follow. The kills were decent. They didn't overuse Chucky too much. Like, it was all great until the very end. At the very end, they basically do a reimagining, or not a reimagining, they do an exact replica of this opening scene from Bride of Chucky, where Chucky is in an evidence bag, a cop has it, he meets up with Jennifer Tilly, she slices the cop's throat, she steals Chucky. And that's where they jumped the shark to me. I was like, what the fuck did you guys just do? This was a good horror movie. It's a shame it went straight to DVD, but that's because you fucked up the franchise earlier on and you weren't able to build sufficient hype around this release. But the Jennifer Tilly decision at the end really, really turned me off. And then I think she mailed him to... She mailed him to somebody, I don't remember who, and he killed them. And then the credits roll, and I thought it was done. I ended the commentary track because it was just credits. So then at the very end of the credits, it shows him being mailed to Andy, who's now an adult. And Andy plays dumb, waits for Chucky to pop out and shoots him with a shotgun. I thought that was actually a pretty cool ending. The Jennifer Tilly part in there really doesn't fucking need to be there. God, that movie was so much better without her in it. Or at least the character. No offense to her. She's whatever. But so then that left me with the fear that she would be in this one. And when I pulled it up, she's in the credits. So my fears are confirmed. So I don't know what I'm going to get here. I'm hoping that it's going to be good like the last one, and they're not going to really do some weird shit. But we also know this is the last film where Don Mancini and Brad Dourif are going to be a part of Chucky. The remake, it doesn't have either of them. So I don't know what to expect, I guess is what I'm saying. This has been a very long introduction. I haven't even gotten to the fact that I usually start the podcast by making myself a cup of coffee, which I was doing at the very beginning when I started talking. I have now done that, obviously. I'm sitting here at the coffee table drinking it. I'm now going to load myself a bowl and take a couple of pulls off that. Then I will cue you up that I'm starting the film in case you want to watch along at home. It's not entirely necessary. I try really hard to make these podcasts be sufficient as a standalone product and not have it be married to the visual of the film, but it doesn't hurt if you want to do it that way. Whenever I listen to commentary tracks that other people have done, I almost never watch the movie, so I feel you if that's not what you're going to do. Nonetheless, I'll cue you that we're going to start that. I'll give you a countdown, and we'll be off to the races. So go ahead and get your version of the film ready if you are going to watch it along while I'm loading this bowl up. Again, we are watching Cult of Chucky. And then I'll pop the lights off, light my candles. Can't get sexy without candles. Oh, man. My eyes just started itching like a motherfucker all of a sudden. It's getting to be my allergy season, and my eyes are usually my problem zones when it comes to allergies. My eyes bother the shit out of me when it's allergy season. And I haven't gotten to the point where I'm ready excuse me. I haven't gotten to the point where I'm ready to start taking allergy pills yet. I feel like that's giving in. I try to fight it off as much as I can and let my body do the work. And then even when I do start taking them, I only take them when I feel like I'm going to need them. I don't take them every day. So, yeah. We're getting into that time of the year where I have to always be on the ready with allergy pills in case it starts getting to be more than I can handle. But I really do like to let my body try to figure it out on its own. I don't like to have the crutch. I feel like if I took them every day, even if I didn't need them, then it's going to get to the point where I'm going to need them even if there's not an issue. I'm fearful of that. Anyway. I always want to be closer to the side of surviving without them than I am to the side of needing them permanently, I guess, is what you never know. Like, what if you're in some fucking Lost situation where your plane crashes and you don't have allergy pills? You'd be fucked if you're reliant on those. Whereas I could maybe manage, because I'm not so reliant. I only take them occasionally. I don't know. Maybe I'm naive. Maybe that's ignorance. Feel free to let me know. but actually have some like evidence or some facts to back up that shit. Don't just approach me with another anecdote and expect it to be better than my anecdote, because I'm going to believe my experience over your experience unless you're in some field of expertise or have evidence to back it up, bub. Okay, anybody who stumbled upon this has probably turned it off by now, and we haven't even gotten to the film yet. That's okay. Sometimes you gotta shake the tray. I actually wanted to start recording this much earlier, but I started watching Michael versus Jason, the fan film, on YouTube, and I couldn't fucking stop. I just had to keep watching it until it was over. It was a mistake to turn it on because I saw the timestamp. I knew it was a half-hour movie, fan film, whatever, episode, and I knew that I didn't intend to dedicate a half hour of my time to watching it. I just thought I'd turn it on for 10 minutes. I assumed it would probably be bad and that I would want to shut it off and then I would just start this. Instead, I watched the whole fucking thing. I got emotional too. I started getting in my feelings about what they were doing to Michael. Maybe I should do a review or a commentary on that. I wonder if anybody'd be interested in that. Anyway, let's go ahead and start this bitch. Just smoke it, yo. Alrighty. It is from 2017. Okay. I am pressing play in 3, 2, 1, play. That is not quite the beginning. Now it's at the beginning. Sorry, whatever. Fix it if your sync is fucked up. I doubt that many people are that invested in watching and listening at the same time. We're just gonna let it roll. You can handle it. You're an adult. Or, well, you might not be an adult. I don't know how many people... who this is reaching. I don't have a consensus of the audience. But for the most part, you're gonna be adults. And you can figure this out. Just watching Game of Thrones earlier, and this girl gets handed a knife and says, I don't know how to use it. It's, bitch, it's a fucking knife. What do you mean you don't know how to use it?
The Second Amendment isn't just obsolete, it's dangerous.
And we're looking at some big ass
I'm sorry, I've just never known someone who
tower.
before.
Oh, we're having a Second Amendment conversation. I don't want to get involved in that.
More than the one.
That doesn't mean that I'm a fanatic. It doesn't mean that I'm not for restrictions and waiting periods and background checks.
So what doesn't mean
This girl, oh, it's Andy, right. Of course Andy would be into guns. Bitch, if you lived his life, you'd be into guns too. And dogs, and security cameras, and alarm systems, and tripwires, and lasers and shit.
you have a very dark past.
Hell,
Why didn't you tell me?
Andy, did you really
I didn't want to scare you.
start dating a girl that has Chucky's hair color?
I was 6.
Is this some kind of a
There was murder.
weird obsession? So we're gonna go back to Andy, and he's an adult now. Maybe I can get into this. Maybe the Jennifer Tilly thing's not so bad.
And 37 other people over the years. I'm aware of.
37?
And they never called.
Put it this way. Justice was done.
Play with this.
Okay, so they're acknowledging the ending of the last one. Interesting.
I think you're a nice guy.
So Andy thinks that he blew Chucky away and it's done.
It's too much for me.
I get it.
I should.
Bitch, why'd you show up for the date? You knew this was going to be too much for you before you just had some morbid curiosity. You wanted to look at him like a zoo animal. Is that the Space Needle? Or no, they were up in that tower it was showing. I've never fucking mind. My bad. I would assume they're in Chicago. Is that the Sears Tower? Nice fake log cabin, bruh. Or are those real logs? They look like it might be real logs. My bad, my bad. Out in this area, like, there's on the street I grew up on, there's a house that looks like a log cabin, but it's not. It's like some kind of a siding shit. It looks like log cabin, but kind of. There's just, it's like 10% off. You can't quite put your finger on it, but it looks artificial. It looks kind of plasticky for a log cabin. Damn. He lied to that girl. He told her he wasn't a gun fanatic. Look at that shit. He's got a fucking Matrix closet. There's a bit of a paradox with the survivors of these incidents, because I always find it a bit odd that they seclude themselves some... Shit, excuse me. Oh, damn. He's got Chucky's head locked up in the safe in the wall, and he's still alive with half his head blown off, and he's gagged. Wow. So clearly the soul of Charles Lee Ray in the good guy doll is nothing close to human because of the shit he survives. Now he's gonna smoke a joint with Chucky?
It's just me and you again tonight, pal.
Give me a hit off that, will you?
What the fuck? They're like buds? Smoking buds? This is too surreal. God damn it. Jump scares. Does he... Looks like he tortures him.
What about Rachel? Didn't she want to play?
He does torture him.
Never know if she's a
He's got screws and nails and shit in him.
Face it, Andy. I'm all you got.
Sometimes it's nice just
So Chucky's turned Andy into a psycho.
with your best friend.
So now this becomes a question of like how you view morality. Do you feel like it's okay for him to do this to Chucky because Chucky's so evil and dastardly that he kind of deserves it? Or do you have the kind of two wrongs don't make a right opinion where it's not healthy for Andy to be acting out this shit, even if it is on somebody, the character of Chucky? Fiona Dorff is in the credits. She was the leading girl from the last one, so that is a positive sign. Yeah, with Jennifer Tilly, we fucking get it. But, so, Fiona got sent away because they thought that she murdered all the people in the last movie. Because, of course, nobody suspected the doll. She went to court and tried to tell them, convince them that Chucky was alive, the whole 9 yards. She got convicted, sent away to a loony bin for life, I believe. And at that time is when Chucky went into evidence. The cop took him out. Jennifer Tilly intervened, and Chucky was freed and mailed to Andy. Andy shot Chucky in the face with a shotgun, apparently decapitated him, put his head on a spike on a wooden block, chained it down, and now tortures him nightly. And here's Fiona. Her name was, I think, Sarah in the last movie. Can't recall. She looks so much like her dad. They're giving her electroshock therapy. What are you gonna cure? She was sentenced there indefinitely.
She was paralyzed. She is.
Or permanently. Or
It's just the juice. See? From the waist down, she's a pincushion.
dude, just because she can't feel it doesn't mean that you can stab her in the bottom of the foot. You gonna clean that blood up? What are you doing?
Still see him in my nightmares. His twisted face, that horrible laugh, glint off his blade, screams of victims.
See, in the last one, I thought they were kind of turning her into the new Andy, but they basically made her another Andy, but Andy's in this storyline as well. They're trying to connect it all and make it one big thing.
Go on, look in the mirror. I could live with myself.
Damn, she looks like her dad.
What do you see?
Don't look.
You'll have to if you're ever going to learn to forgive yourself. Nika.
Forgive myself, bitch. You don't know what really happened. She's gonna start talking about her truth. I hate the phrase "my truth." There is the truth and there is your opinion. There's no such thing as your truth.
I'm proud of you. I'm having you transferred to Harrogate.
It sounds kind of like surrogate, but with an H. It's a Harrogate.
More privacy, more independence, more freedom. Within reason.
Hopefully what I did was unforgivable.
Schizophrenia is an illness.
They think she's schizophrenic. So, yeah, I guess that's kind of... People start thinking that their walls are talking to them, or their phone is bugged, or, you know, when, like, they have a... They're completely separated from what's really going on. That's schizophrenic. At least that's my understanding of the definition. What the fuck? It's a jail out there in the middle of nowhere? It looks like the closest thing to hell on Earth that you could possibly have. It looks like Russia in the winter. No, I think that Russia is colder than that. More snow.
Are there no cameras?
Not medium security. Don't abuse the privilege. Bathroom's back there. Shower's handicap friendly. But if you need help, ask for Ashley or Pam. They alternate days. Anything else, just let me know. My name's Carlos.
Now you go to sleep, or I will put you to sleep.
Don't misunderstand, I'm not a fan. We're not gonna be friends.
Oh.
Just doing my job.
Well, at least he's honest.
You're welcome. You an accident?
So she's crazy.
I was born like this.
My husband has MS.
And Andy's basically a psycho.
I don't let it keep him.
No. I'm just curious to see how they're gonna tie this all together. We kind of have a couple different storylines going on at once that aren't really related, other than the fact they contain Chucky. That dude's gonna try to fuck her. Oh no, he just said his husband, huh? Never mind. Super clinical places like that creep me out. Everything's just too fucking clean and white and polished over and homogenized. It's just so bland and ugh. He said you all weren't going to be friends. Why are you waving at him? Short-term memory loss?
Excuse me.
That looks like her mom, kind of, right?
Can you see me? thank God. The others can see me.
Oh, damn.
Please don't be afraid. I'm not afraid of you. Good.
So the other day, I was way too high.
I just need someone to talk to.
And I was thinking about how Chucky possesses people.
And I die.
And he's like, you know, this murderous psychopath.
Hold on.
And I was thinking about how they constantly choose to resurrect him in a doll, even after he's, quote, died. And how he's always trying to get himself into a human's body, right? Sometimes children. A lot of the times children.
I found her living on the street
So,
years ago.
what if
Not bad. Well, I've never been dead before, but I have been homeless.
Michael Myers was possessed when he was 6 years old by Charles Lee Ray, and he just chose to never speak? Is that, like, I'm not saying I want that to be something that happens or something that it's explored, but it's something that could be possible.
Carlos. Wow.
Like just some kind of body snatchers thing happened when he was 6, and that's why it's like a page was turned and he's an entirely different person from then on,
But it's Ashley.
if he's even a person at all.
Wasn't for her, it's nothing to do.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm not saying I want that to be a lore or something, but it was just an idea I had of it kind of makes sense logically.
Where from? Lockmore? Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, you're that girl.
Yeah, she loves being referred to as that girl.
You still have a thing for redheads?
Dude.
What?
Because, no. Oh, sorry. That's too soon.
It's kind of funny.
I'll trade you for a cigarette.
Okay. Oh. Juicy fruit.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't imagine being in a place like that and trying to score cigarettes, because I would want to smoke constantly. Damn, she still fucks? I thought she couldn't feel anything below the waist. I didn't even know that would be something that was of interest.
So why'd you do it? Where?
Shout out to Homeboy for just getting her done, though. Like, he didn't give a fuck about that wheelchair. He got on his knees, saddled himself up to the front there,
Why'd you burn your...
put in work.
You always bring that up.
I'm just saying, if we're pointing fingers here, then
I didn't kill anyone.
neither did Nika. Chucky did it.
Ooh, he believes her. So this is going to be her ally. They're going to be friends till the end.
I don't blame you for being afraid. After what I did. I was very ill. Are you feeling better now?
I understand your concern.
Isn't she supposed to be talking to the therapist? Why does she have to talk to the fucking peanut gallery behind her as well?
And let's not forget, she isn't the only one here to benefit from insanity.
Can we get this guy to put something other than pajama pants on for this meeting? It feels very unofficial.
Actually, there's a difference. Who cares? We're all sick. I want to know why she killed them.
She claims to have not killed them, so you're not going to get that answer.
I was pathologically jealous of my sister.
Oh,
And I was always too possessive of Alice. It was my niece.
she has a fucking
She's 12 now.
cold-blooded motive that isn't even true.
Oh, I hope she's doing okay. She's not okay.
Who said that?
Excuse me? Chucky told me.
Say what?
Angela.
Why are there all these patients in this session together that seem to have differing agendas? Like,
He said to tell you he's coming for you.
this is the most haphazard therapy session I've ever seen. We'll just let the crazy people talk to the other crazy person, or alleged crazy person, during the therapy session.
You think this is funny?
Okay, it was inevitable that this would come up.
It's so crazy. All she could do is laugh.
We all explore it together as a group. I think I have something that will help.
I'm surprised at how excuse me, how well made these are for straight to DVD releases. This one and the last one.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Why isn't it the same voice? What the fuck?
Just a good guy doll. One of thousands made back in the 80s.
No, he said Chucky.
There are 50 different names. 2% of them were Chucky.
You're saying it's a coincidence?
Not at all. I paid for a Chucky.
Where'd you get it?
Hot Topic. This doesn't
Hot Topic.
Not at all.
Oh my god.
What does it matter?
He's my baby.
What? See, why are there so many crazy people in one room together? You're not gonna get anything accomplished, Doc. What the fuck do you think this is gonna help? I don't want to look at that. Get that out of. Get that off here.
Open up,
The
sweetheart.
fuck was that?
Here comes the choo-choo.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's healthy to let this lady pretend this doll is her baby.
I like to be hugged. I can't believe he's talking already. Madeline, stop it. Your baby is dead. You know that.
It's your problem.
Wow.
Let her be happy.
You think that's the way to make her happy? Letting her play house with some psycho killer?
Exactly.
Give him back. Him. It's an interesting choice of pronoun. Are you still having trouble separating reality from that sick shit in your head? No. Unfortunately, these days reality is painfully clear. They'll give him back. What are you gonna do, Mika? You gonna stab me?
I don't know how electroshock therapy and pretending a doll is a real life baby can exist in the same clinic, like is the same standard of healthcare. So Fiona is subject to electroshock therapy to try to get rid of her crazy, but you'll let this other crazy girl pretend that a doll is a real baby, like that's helping her. Look at Chucky's hair. Y'all fucked it up. It looks like he's got pomade all over it, and then he's been riding a motorcycle with no helmet.
It's nice to meet you. I've heard a lot about you.
What?
From Michael. He's in the pool right now, getting ready for Tokyo in 2020. But don't tell him.
Michael Phelps? He's retired.
Oh, God, this is embarrassing. I fucking hate it when this happens, especially around pretty girls, actually. My triggers.
His real name is Malcolm. We call him multiple Malcolm.
Nobody calls me that.
He has multiple personalities, and she's already fucked him
Excuse me, Mika?
before she found that out. Maybe you should find out why people are in the loony bin before you start banging them. Then again, you're never going to get out of the loony bin, so... now Cruella DeVille's going to fucking show up. Yay!
Mika, this is Miss Valentine, your niece's little guardian.
She got custody of the kid? That's fucked up.
You're Alice's guardian? That's good.
Man, this is kind of slow developing so far.
You seem really familiar. Did anyone ever tell you you look exactly like Jennifer Tilly? Yeah, I get that a lot. You're not quite what I expected either.
Voice is getting a bit raspy there, Jenny. She's still Jenny from the block. I'm still Jenny from the block. Used to date Ben Affleck, now I've gotten a rod.
She's dead.
Miss Valentine, I wish you had told me.
The niece is dead? Did that happen at the end of the movie? I don't remember the finer details of the...
She's in a better place now.
After she popped up on the last movie, I just kind of saw red and then white, and then black. And then I was just not paying attention much after that. Kind of reeling, trying to figure out why they ruined such a good movie with that ending.
That's not the same.
No. This is the doll that they used in Alice's therapy to help her get over the past. She thought it made you.
I doubt it. What kind of shit are they trying to pull in this?
That's so sweet. Well, thank you so much.
See, I knew she was going to pop up at some point. So we've got Andy and Chucky, got Fiona in the hospital, now we've got Jennifer Tilly and Chucky. There's at least 2 pristine Chucky good guy dolls, but neither of them are Charles Lee Ray. But I have a suspicion that they're possessed in some way, shape, or form, or that they can pass it along. I don't know what they're gonna do. 2 Chuckies passing each other in the hallway. Man, I really had higher hopes that the material in this would be better. They're not giving me a lot to work with so far. Yeah, this doll is going to be possessed, but it's not the real Chucky. Andy has him. What's going on? So now there's multiple Chuckies. You guys need to explain this to me. How did we go down this road? You make the decision to have Chucky mail himself to Andy and Andy blow his head off, which was cool, but you don't need to do. And then you start this movie by acknowledging that and showing that Chucky is the prisoner of Andy. And now we're gonna go into this new possessed doll. I don't get the link. I don't know what are we doing? I get that it's so you can now have a good guy's doll running around this hospital killing people, but if you're gonna do that, why not just ignore the ending of the last one and make it so Andy doesn't have Chucky? So is this Chucky or not? God damn it! What the fuck? He still looks pretty good. It's not a bad rendition of Chucky. Ooh.
Last door on the right. You can see me.
Yeah, I can see.
Don't be afraid. I'm not.
Sounds like Charles Lee Ray.
You fucking with me?
No. I'm not. Tell you the truth, I'm happy to have some company. Even if you aren't real.
Okay. Let me explain something. I am a vintage, mass-marketed children's toy from the 80s. Standing right in front of me, holding a very sharp scalpel.
He's talking to a lady in a loony bin, and she's not even sure he's really there, or she's the one who asks other people if they can see her.
I see things.
Aren't you the crazy bitch I talked to last night?
When you're used to hallucinating, seeing Chucky is no big deal.
You know what? You're next.
You wouldn't want to encounter Chucky on acid
Right back.
or mushrooms. Believe you me. Probably not even weed. Might give yourself a heart attack. Oh, Chucky, 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 what kind of shenanigans are we up to this time? See, you only have 12 pieces of flair. Oh. What'd you guys think of that Game of Thrones episode, huh? I'm gonna try to say this without spoiling anything. My question is, A, not much really happened in that third episode. That's just it was a lot of smoke and mirrors. It was a lot of big chaotic distractions, in my opinion. There wasn't a lot of content there, if I'm being honest. Like, there wasn't a lot of story there. Nope. Like, and then now that whole thing, that's all that happened, where do we go from here? I don't know. It was interesting to me that the decisions this early in the season. Oh, son of a bitch. My fucking movie just cut out and stopped. God damn it. So if you're watching along, pause. Enjoy the sounds of silence. It's always at the least opportune time. I was standing at my patio door smoking a cigarette, so I'd throw that down real quick, run in here and try to fix this shit. Of course, there's nothing discernibly wrong. It just stopped for no reason. Fucking bullshit. You click resume after all. No! Oh, you fucking cocksucker. My God. Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. It started over? I don't have any idea what the timestamp was. I think I'm close. So,
No. I'm a schizophrenic.
we're at 28:35 is where I'm going to start it. We're showing Chucky walking towards a wheelchair. That really pisses me off. One of the spokes is missing from the wheelchair. She's going to use that as a weapon, methinks. What's happening? You're casting a shadow, bro, and it's not that big. Easy for me to outlive your shadow. What the fuck? She tried to kill herself? She did. She trying to bleed herself out? So is he just gonna let her go? What's his plan?
Time to get up, Dika.
So she... Damn. He wants to kill her. He stitched her back up and wrote "not so fast" on the puddle.
Okay. Here you go.
That's decent. It's kind of creepy. This movie's still moving way too slow for me so far. I got pretty disappointed when I saw the timestamp. When I saw I still have an hour left, I was kind of like, oh god. Clock watching. Blazers and the Nuggets start their series tomorrow night in Denver. I am uber excited. I hope we do well. I hope that Ennis isn't injured too badly and is able to play and make an impact. I also don't want him to injure himself any further. He's a young guy. He's got a long career ahead of him. It's not worth... Like, look what Grant Hill did to himself, playing for the Pistons, playing through a game injured. He fucked himself up for a good while. So, you gotta take care of yourself. It's not worth winning a couple games if you're gonna lose a couple years. It's not. Not when you're talking about financial security, your family's well-being. It's just a game. It's just a game. We're all invested in it. We're all fans. We all want them to win. But at the end of the day, it's a game. So now we're catching back up with Andy almost a half hour later. What are we...
What? No, he's alive. Just look at him. Should get John the movies. I want to see Nick Pierce. Do you want to please show Mr. Barkley?
He's trying to convince people that the doll head is alive and they don't believe him.
I'm telling you, she didn't do it.
What the fuck?
Let's watch it again. That one just never gets old.
Do me a favor, Chucky. Keep your fucking mouth shut.
You know what, Andy? What if you really are crazy? And you're
Ooh.
maybe you
That's a seed to plant.
technique. Maybe this really is just all in your head.
Wow. Why are there multiple Chuckies?
Okay, it wasn't your fault.
Bullshit.
Okay, please.
I took care of that woman for the past 5 years. I washed her hair. I wiped her ass. I listened to her crazy until 3 in the morning. She was my friend. If she was thinking about killing herself, I
Sounds like you were her slave.
Nika did it. She left her fucking calling card in Angela's blood.
Angela did that.
Why would she do that?
Excuse me. Are we working what other possibility?
No, I don't think we are.
Don't you ever get tired of being wrong?
No, I do not.
Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is usually the right one.
In most cases, yeah.
Chucky did.
Which personality are we using today?
I can't believe they're digging Angela's grave already.
Wait a minute, there's two of them?
What an ugly doll.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
She has an identical one and she thinks that one's ugly. She is really fucking crazy. There's so much loony going on right now. I almost can't take it.
Valentine.
Oh my god. Tiffany Valentine. That was Charles Lee Ray's girlfriend.
Charles Lee Ray.
He was a serial killer in the 80s. He murdered 22 people before they shot him in a toy store. He died right next to it.
22 people before they shot him in the toy store.
Charles Lee Ray's nickname.
Damn.
Tell me that you are not going to let her dominate the group.
I always thought that the doll ended up being called Chucky just because it had Charles Lee Ray in it and his nickname was Chucky. But they kind of rewrote that as it went on and said that there was just one of the names that they were manufactured with. So it just so happens he chose a Chucky doll. What if he'd been Austin or something? Excuse me. Hi, I'm Troy. Wanna play? I'm scared of the dark. Ooh, this is an interesting choice. It's gonna burn the hand and see if it reacts. What's your pain tolerance like, Chuck? Fuck. You know that's gotta be killing him. I mean, not killing him, but it's gotta hurt like a motherfucker. Is he gonna manage to keep it together? Keep it together, keep it together. My dad, keep it together. Keep it together, keep it together. Dead-eyed while his fingers burn away. Okay. I think you're gonna have to
Wait a minute now, him.
take that as evidence.
Places with it somehow. You leave my baby alone.
Maddie, wait.
Is only one of them possessed? God damn, I don't... So there's a decapitated original Chucky head with Andy. There's 2 pristine good guy dolls in the hospital, and only one of them is possessed, but there's still the other possessed head.
So why didn't he kill you when he had a chance?
What the fuck is going on?
First, I'll kill each and
You better have a really good explanation at the end, because you're not giving me any clues along the way, and I'm having trouble following along and caring.
unless, of course, I'm a complete psychopath.
Well, it's just impossible.
Madeline.
This has the feel of a bad sequel, but the other one, the last one, had the feel of like a quality original.
Where's Madeline? Go ahead. She took her baby out for a walk.
Stop calling it a fucking baby. It's a doll. It's a doll. You don't do anybody any favors by fucking playing along with their madness.
My outdoor privileges were suspended. I hacked into Dr. Foley's computer. It was ridiculously easy. A lot easier than being CEO of a $200 billion corporation.
She wants to pretend she has a fucking baby. That's great. We're not all going to play along and also pretend it's a baby, because then we're effectively crazy ourselves. We may not be crazy clinically, but we're acting crazy nonetheless, so what's the difference?
I'm sorry. Can you help me with this? I'm not used to this chair.
Sure, thanks. It's just right over here.
How's anybody ever supposed to get over being crazy if you constantly treat them like they're crazy? If you just allow craziness to be normal? I'm not trying to imply that schizophrenia or being crazy is something that you can just get over. I'm not that naive. But they're obviously working towards some goal, right? Or is that just a pen that they keep them in till they die? Like, is it just a holding facility, or are they actually trying to work towards a goal and maybe help some of these people get close to a normal life? Because if that's the case, you don't help that out by feeding their manias and their hysterias. So at some point, Andy has to show up at the hospital, right? It's the only thing that makes sense to me. Sorry that was so loud. What the fuck? Chucky's gonna somehow shove one of these people in that grave. Oh, she thinks that it's her baby and shit. Now he's gonna start talking to her. This is gonna be a downward spiral for her. Why don't you just climb in the grave? It'll be fun. Yay. Ooh. How are there multiple Chuckies? You don't have an AI explanation or anything like that. Is she gonna say she dropped her baby down there and ask him to go get it? He's got a human accomplice now, which is interesting. Well, he had Jennifer Tilly before, but he didn't use her in this manner.
Just relax, Claire.
These poor people. I couldn't be the dude who sits there and holds her down. That would be hard for me. Even if it's what she needed. You can tell it's not what she wants. Even if she's not in her right mind. To just day in, day out deal with that would be fucking treacherous for me. You would have to do some super cutting loose, having fun, if that was your job. God damn, I got a spider bite on my knee, and the way it rubs on my pants is just right to... Oh, I gotta stop itching it. Fuck.
I'm gonna need some help.
Oh, brother. What happened to Malcolm? Is this one alive too? What was the point of that? Nurse is kind of sexy in a jacket and boots with her skirt. Oh, he put his soul into the dude finally. He's got a human body. So now it's not really a Chucky movie. If you take him out of the body, especially if it's not Charles Lee Ray's body. Where did this auxiliary soul come from? That would be a dope place to sleep. I mean, other than the fact you're strapped into the bed, that skylight is fucking amazing. With this, oh, he's alive too? How are there so many? Is he gonna give her a heart attack?
Compressed. Does that mean what I think it means? Seriously, I'm not sure.
It's not horrible, it just doesn't make sense. I guess you could do that, but I don't know with how much accuracy. He did that one shot, one take Jake. Very much a callback to the murder from Bride of Chucky where they break the mirror on the ceiling too. Chucky didn't even try to stand a safe distance away. He could have got hit by some of that.
Sometimes I scare myself.
That doesn't sound like Brad Dourif. Sounds a little off. That's a crazy scene. The snow falling in on the dead body like that. the pretty snow and the gore mixed together. It's interesting. It's a unique, not off the top of my head, I can't think of a lot of shots in movies that look like that. PerezHilton.com.
You thought I was the only one?
Yeah, we all did this entire time.
What are you doing? What's going on?
What the fuck? What? He just pulled another doll out of the closet, but it has short hair. Is it the Andy doll?
And Madeline. He's manipulating her.
She's delusional, Mika. She's projecting onto the doll, just like you.
I'm going to prove it, Dr. Fuller. And you know what else? I think both dolls are alive somehow.
I hope they...
Crazy that sounds.
No crazier than a single doll, Mika.
It is in a way, because the single doll had
Someone took it.
a one soul. It was a finite resource. How does he bring another doll to life without a soul to put into its body?
At this point, I honestly don't know what to think.
I'm not a killer, Doctor.
Where is the consciousness coming from?
And I'm not fucking crazy.
Mika, I want you to do something. I want you to touch you.
I wouldn't want his job either. Eventually, you'd start to feel like you don't know what's a reality talking to these crazy people all day long, right? Seems like it would be very easy. It's have you ever been stoned and you start saying a word over and over again, and to the point where you don't even know if you're saying it right and it's lost its meaning? It's just become a sound you're making with your mouth. That's how it must feel to talk to these people day in and day out. What do you mean, these people?
Terrified. You should be too.
Don't put me to sleep. 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 Shout out to Halloween 2. He didn't even pull back before he... Isn't it standard to do a little pull first and then a push? Yeah, pour yourself a glass of whiskey and dig into my head, you fuck.
All right, Mika, how do you feel?
Is that some Maker's Mark?
As always, that's good.
Is he gonna try some sexual shit with her? He's got that look in his eye, Joe.
What if I'm going to tell you there are cameras at Harrogate? Hidden cameras. Everywhere. Your every move has been recorded. What if I was to tell you, Mika, there are recordings of you killing both Angela and Claire? What would you say to that?
Is he fucking with her?
Well, I couldn't really argue with evidence like that.
You can picture yourself killing me. Can't you, Mika?
What kind of backwards ass therapy is this?
Now, what if that evidence that somehow got released? Who would want to do that, do you think?
My first guess.
I agree. So we're in agreement about the murders and the tapes and your terrible guilt.
He's basically convincing her that she did all this. What's his angle?
What is it?
Chucky. He's right behind you.
Is she fucking with him back? Does she know? Is she still there? Is she lucid? He is. I knew it. He had that gaze in his eyes.
No. Of course not.
kind of truth serum shit did he inject her with?
Probably for the best.
Chucky really was behind her.
Holy shit! And they call me sick? This guy is diabolical. I mean, what a piece of work. I'm actually a little envious.
So now Chucky's gonna try to convince her to kill herself because she's hypnotized. She looked away from the light. She's still hypnotized after that? Who dat? Dorothy? Y'all remember Ruby Sue? Is that supposed to be her niece? She dying? Going towards the light, or the light's coming towards her? Unless the light source is coming from the side, the shadow wouldn't be on the wall that way. That's fucking creepy. Some Honey, I Blew Up the Kids Barney combination Chucky shit. And what? It was all a dream sequence? What are we doing? What the fuck is going on?
Dr. Foley always says late people are rude people. This is so unlike him.
The late Dr. Foley. Now that has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Sure hope nothing's happened to him, huh? Just kind of makes you wonder who's next. Doesn't it?
How much of that was real to her? I don't fucking...
That's not my name.
Fine, what the hell is your name today?
It's Charles. That's in Cleveland.
Charles Lee Ray has multiple souls now.
Madeline? Better put him down. He's getting a little cranky. Madeline. Dr. Foley. You're okay.
I have a hell of a headache. Don't you remember?
I remember you hypnotized me and then the rest is kind of
You assaulted me, Mika.
You sure about that?
He isn't real.
Not anymore.
It was you. I'm very concerned.
So this whole time he could just throw his soul into as many dolls as he wanted. Why not just throw your soul into people? Why dolls? She's breastfeeding it? Oh my god. Let's go, weird Midwest Andy.
Tiffany, Jennifer, even I lose track.
I know who you are. I'm coming for you. And for him.
Actually, there's 3 of us at the moment, and the cult is growing all the time. Hey, Annie, you want to join us?
3?
Oh, I have a message from Chucky.
I count 4.
He said, you'll know what it means. It's just a single word. He said, disembowel. Now, what do you suppose that means, Abby?
I suppose it means what disemboweled means, which is organs removed. Outside, or insides are now on the outside. Hi, Danny. Play with us. Play with us, Danny. So this Chucky is alive or no? Two decent movies out of 7 isn't bad, right? Fuck. He's chewing on her nipple. He is alive. Unlimited souls.
I never stop loving you. I'm here right to the end. No, Chucky.
Is he gonna punch her in the face? Punch that crazy bitch in the face.
Want to play?
Is she gonna suffocate him? What the fuck? I don't think this moving up and down is necessary. You just need downward force for a certain amount of time. No herky jerkiness. Or doing the hokey pokey. Any of that.
Madeline, what have you done? What have you done to your baby, Madeline?
It's not a baby, it's just a doll.
Mmm.
Baby. Joshua. Remember? What did you do to him?
Did she just reenact the murder of her own baby?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Not to me, Madeline. Say it to him.
What kind of weird psychological warfare are we playing here, Doc?
My sweet angel, can you ever forgive me? He just wouldn't stop crying. No matter what I did, I couldn't make him stop.
She's...
It's almost like a sharp piece of glass going against my head.
Oh, brother.
I was a terrible mother. I could never make him happy. You didn't kill him. What?
Mika, please.
He's just pretending. Leave him alone! He's alive! I like to be hugged.
More than anything, I wish that he was. Actually, I want to bring him back. I know that now.
So throw him in a fucking trash compactor. He's got new legs, new body. Lieutenant Dan, new body.
It's a powerful symbol of your guilt, Malcolm's confusion, and the past. Don't you think it's time to bury the past once and for all?
You guys are shitting in my lap with this movie. Come on. They buried the doll? She kept a shoe. You care so much about children, you killed yours. He's thinking about how he's gonna dig that bitch up later. It is his twin after all. Oh, you didn't even bury it. Oh, now you're gonna bury it. Okay.
You're not buying it, are you?
Nope. He'll be back. He always comes back.
Yep. Indeed he does. Despite all the odds, he comes back. Against everyone's wishes. Despite the fact it's run its course, he comes back.
See Dr. Foley. Where do you get Pierce? Right away.
You can call and make an appointment. No, this is an emergency.
Guy looks familiar.
But now please just get back in the car and turn around, right?
Okay, then I want to commit myself. Get the hell out of here, right now.
But all your guns and shit are in the car, bro. And your other doll. What kind of a plan was this? This is the worst episode of Oz I've ever seen. Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Oh, rise from the ashes like a phoenix. Part the soil like the mighty fungi of the Amanita muscaria. Reach for the sky.
This just came for you, Dr. Foley. Where's it from? What's it say?
It's from Andy. This is the short-haired doll. And I am right on the money.
What happened to his hair? Why would anyone send this to me? You've got way more important things to worry about right now. Just get on
Why would anybody send that to you? Working so many different angles in this. God damn. Let's check our runtime. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. We're at 104.08. Still another 20 minutes. The nurse is hot as fuck. Really tall, though. If she leaves her heels on while you're having sex, she gets scuff marks on the ceiling. If there is a heaven, people who murder their own babies most certainly don't go there. It's just a guess.
I just know I have 2 children of my own and I'd do anything to keep them safe.
Would you kill for them? If it was for their own good? Do you love them that much?
Killing for them and killing them are not the same thing.
I'll be checking on you every 15 minutes.
Looking forward to it. Oh.
Hi, baby.
They just don't get us. And they never will.
A mother's love never dies.
Even when she kills it.
Now, please. One last time. To mommy.
Sweet dude, Chuckster. Looks like he wants to kill her, but he's just been hanging out with her all this time.
Will it hurt?
I'll do my best.
He's gonna take over her now, too? Or is he just gonna straight up kill her? What is he doing? He's gonna rip her tongue out? This girl has to show a little bit of tit at some point in this movie, right? We're coming down the home stretch. I think it's been 15 minutes. Damn, that bottom button is like... What are we doing here? Was it her tongue? He ripped out her tongue? Okay.
Well, you're having a bad day, aren't you? Ashley, put him to bed.
So do they think that she went and dug it up herself?
I don't think I can do this anymore. Too much.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What kind of life is this?
Go to bed, Malcolm.
My name's Charles.
Sure. Get rid of it.
You got a fireplace?
Yes.
Throw that doll in there. Reminds me of a time I did acid. I was walking down an alleyway with a couple buddies of mine, and the street lights, they're not street lights like big ass ones, but there's lights that went down this kind of alley, and they were shutting off behind us as we were walking. And of course, we're all fucked up, so we started getting really tripped out about it, and we just ran home. I've only done acid like twice. That was the first time, and I didn't do very much, so it didn't really kick in.
How did you do
But it was enough for me to be scared in that situation.
it? Fucking guess.
This is a joke. This is not a good day for it.
She's in a straitjacket and a wheelchair. How the fuck do you think she got in there?
It was Chucky.
He finally just showed his true feelings there. He's laughing right in her face. Am I wrong, or has Brad Dourif done very little voiceover work in this?
She killed herself.
Doesn't seem like I've been hearing his voice that much.
You know, it doesn't really matter to me. By the way, he's got a hell of a look. It's too bad.
He's gonna write a book about it?
I couldn't give you so much more personal attention. He's gonna kill you.
Ugh. He's such a perv. It's disgusting. You can't take advantage of people in that situation. That kind of guy deserves to be sent to jail, raped and murdered and buried under the prison. What the fuck kind of creeper shit are you doing, bro? She can't even feel that. She can't walk, so these wedge heels. So,
You're gonna die,
odd choice.
and I'm gonna tell everybody about you.
Good. That's what he deserves. This guy's a piece of shit.
You're diagnosed schizophrenic and a murderess of 5 people.
And you're gonna be a certified rapist. I don't know why I said certified. Like there's a fucking...
No one's going to listen to you.
And there you go again. We've done this before.
Can't this guy. I don't know whether to kill him or just take notes.
There's some laugh. Jesus Christ, why is he so hell-bent on making her kill herself? So that he can get away with it? He wants to make it look like she did all this and then killed herself? And there's gonna be another Chucky.
He's here. Took him long enough. Stupid kid. Andy's not a kid anymore. So what's your point? I'm just saying it behooves us to watch our step. Behooves. Listen to you. You sound like Hannibal Lecter. Can't believe they canceled that show.
Show? Hannibal Lecter was a show?
Where did he come from? Who cares? Wake him up. Ah, Dave, who get better? Give me the power I beg of you.
So now it's just a matter of waking them up? They're all capable of being woken up?
What the hell?
I'm not on board. I don't get it.
You know, I love being me, and I love my job. Especially the look on my victim's face when they realize in that final moment that it's all really happened. A children's story actually
What was the point of Andy sending that doll there?
or setting them on fire, eviscerating them. All actual examples. A few years
Are there
ago, I
3
came
different
across
voices going on right now?
VoodooForDummies.com that changed everything. Now I can be me and me and me, and theoretically any woman or anything with 2 legs and a hand for stabbing, like Alice. It was fun for a while. People trust cute little girls almost as much as cute little dolls. But little girls can get hurt when the victims try to fight back. Then they ain't so cute anymore.
So he possessed the niece and got her killed? You just stood there and let him come up and stab you? You fucking dunce. Great writing. I'm being sarcastic if you couldn't tell. He didn't make an attempt to do anything to defend himself. That looks stupid. That wine bottle ain't slicing open that dude's whole fucking stomach like that. Yeah, They didn't go overboard with the Jennifer Tilly in this, which is good, but it's still not a great movie. And I was trying to be more positive, and Curse of Chucky really gave me hope that this could be good. Until the end. They showed their hand at the end of the last one.
You guys are the best. Right. Now I'm gonna go kill Andy. Oh, I want to kill Andy. I earned it. I've been through a lot. You got to suck titty today.
You got to suck titty today.
Oh, look at my head. Oh, shit. You're absolutely sorry, pal. You go fuck him up real good.
Is that good guy all chubby, or does it just appear that way because its hair's short? Yeah, you will. You coming out here to get punched again, pal? Oh no, here's more Jennifer Tilly. Yay! Can't wait. It's a nice fucking car, though. And she's got a doll. She slit another cop's throat. We haven't seen that a bunch of times. And the fight, yep.
Harry's no come.
Yuck. Don't need to see that. Don't care at all.
Worse things than death.
What's he gonna do? Is he gonna put her in a doll too? Oh, is that why Jennifer Tilly brought that other doll? Sweet. Her legs are way too nice to have been in a wheelchair her entire life. What the fuck? She can walk now? He fixed her with voodoo? What is going on? She a zombie? This is some ridiculous shit. She's been paralyzed her whole life. Her mother got stabbed in the stomach while she was pregnant. So now Chucky's in her body and can walk? I don't get it.
There's definitely perks to being supernaturally possessed.
He's feeling himself, literally. Herself. He, her. Oh. I like that she got to do this. But I've had my fair share of head stomp kills recently, so I'm not digging that. It looked better after the fact than a lot of them do, though. At least it wasn't like a bowl of hamburger meat or spaghetti. We've got to be nearing the end here. So we've now come full circle.
I killed her.
Aww.
That bitch what she deserved.
No, you didn't.
I killed her. So Charles.
In your dreams, asshole. I'm Charles.
He's been pretending.
But everybody
Michael. No, wait a second. Who am I now?
You're a fucking poser. You're sick. Not in a fun way like me.
Mika?
Mika's taking a nap.
So he was pretending the whole time? He.
And I'm gonna make sure she never wakes up.
I just want to be someone who matters. But I'm not Mark. I'm not Michael.
You're Malcolm.
I'm just Malcolm. Fucking multiple Malcolm.
Sounds like he's getting pretty proud of you.
I can hear him. I can still hear Chucky inside my head.
Oh, damn. Alright, go on and go there. Shit.
Man, it was such a nice place to visit.
So he was possessed for a minute. And then decided to go back into the doll? Okay. Oh my fucking god. Just end it already. End the madness.
Andy barked as I live and breathe.
What was your plan there, Andy? Treat that little bastard like the thing he is. He hid something inside him? That's why. Okay, and he cut his hair so he could tell them apart.
This is the end, fucker.
You can't kill the other one. Why do you think you can kill this one? And why are the shots all in the body? Okay. How many bullets you got left? There's a bunch of Chuckies, bro.
You sent me?
Thanks for coming out.
You overplayed your hand.
Fuck you!
You already used like 6 bullets.
You kill me, you kill her. Think about it. Yeah, taking is for losers.
Tag, you're it, pal.
So now Andy's locked up and framed, and we kind of come full circle, and it went from Charles Lee Ray, as played by Brad Dourif, and now we've transitioned into his daughter taking the mantle as the new front man to the band. She's just gonna walk out the front door. It's nice to see her up and walking around finally. Her and Jennifer Tilly gonna be lesbos or something? Is that where we're heading with this? She looks so much like her dad. It's fucking crazy.
Good to see you back on your feet.
You look great, too.
Jennifer Tilly's damn near 60 in this.
So this is different.
I don't know. Worse for me.
How much longer are you gonna make me watch this? Please, just stop it.
A true classic never goes out of style. You said that to me once after stabbing a man 39 times.
Stop. Stop it. Stop. Killing me.
What? I was just feeling bad about Alice. It was kind of nice having Alice around. Nah, fuck that kid.
What's so funny? We're gonna go with the all-female Chucky crew now. What the fuck was so funny? I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. I don't know what the fuck I just watched, people. That was lunacy. That was... Ugh. It would only make sense that it was like the boss level. You know, when you're playing a video game, you get to the final stage. Of course, it's the hardest, right? That's why it's last. So, I'm gonna go ahead and proclaim that that's why this was so treacherous. It just felt like work to get through this. Oh, man. So, hooray! Done with Child's Play movies. At least for quite a while. Might do like a ranking or a final analysis, a couple reviews, but no more having to sit through them and record commentaries. Fuck. I just... Ugh. Appreciate you sticking through that with me. Of course, as always, click the like button, subscribe, share with your friends, comment and call me a fucking asshole. You know, all that good shit. Until the next time, this is Devin signing off and saying, be easy.